Here is a list of things I'm tempted to do instead of write this passage. 1. Improve my website. 2. Schedule some blog posts. 3. Check on some freelance work. 4. Develop a business idea I have for a place down the street. 5. Go back to bed and sleep/cuddle. 6. Catch up on my Facebook notifications, because that's important. 7. Catch up on email, because that is what businessmen do. 8. Read. 9. Clean up. My office is a total wreck right now. Still true, even as I'm reading this. 10. Think about things to write about. The trickiest of temptations. Most of those items seem productive. Most of them seem like good ways to spend time. What we have here is a situation of priorities. Often, when you're a creative hustling to make a name for herself, you will have to make difficult decisions about how to spend your free time. Let me provide a guide to you for how to judge these priorities. Priority 1, create new art. Priority 2, everything else. Before my real job? No. To be a sustained creative, income is more than a little helpful. Do not flush away your primary source of bill paying just to keep a streak alive. Remember, I said free time we're working with here. If you only have 20 minutes of free time after work and before dinner, attack those minutes and make new stuff. What about my family? Do not leave your children to starve on the table because you need to check some imaginary dream box for that day. Again, I'm not a parent, but that doesn't seem like the best way to go about things. Give some attention to your spouse. The dream is not the dream if you alienate those closest to you. But isn't an online presence important? No. A creative creates, period. The difference between someone who wants to paint for a living and wants to paint for a hobby is that one of them actually paints every day. You can deal with your online presence after you've made a ton of art. What if I'm in a place where I can't do my art? Okay, yeah, that may be true, but look, focus on what you can do. If you can't paint/draw, can you doodle on a napkin? If you can't write, can you jot down a note on your phone? Guys, this is hilarious. This is great timing, actually. I had this conversation with someone on Twitter the other day who said he wanted to write more, right? And I said, all right, man, go for it. That's awesome. One of the things I do is search the hashtags writer's life and am writing to see if I connect with anybody. And I try to encourage this guy. He says, my girlfriend's got the computer. I'm like, man, I write on my phone all the time. He's like, I don't have the notes app. I'm like, do you have an email app? And at that point, I let the conversation go. But the point is, like, you have to use what you have where you are. If you don't wisely use what you have where you are, you will never get to a place where you have a ton of things you want where you want to be. Sometimes you have to get creative to get creative. Everything counts, even drawing in the sand. What if I'm on vacation? Look, that's really up to you. I've done it both ways with mixed results. These days, vacation implies that I'm completely diving into family. I go all in at work so that I can go all in during vacation as well. However, if I feel like getting up 20 minutes earlier than everyone at the beach to write, I do. If I have a big idea, I'm not going to ignore it. Again, it's your call on the balance. Coming up with ideas is not the priority. Building a portfolio is not the priority. Growing your social media is not the priority. Making your art is the priority. Will all those other things have to be done? Of course. You know as well as I do that people who leverage social media, even if they are average artists, can make a big splash in the world. But for you, artist, the art must come first because you must love the work. I imagine that if you're reading this book, you have some vague daydream about being able to paint/design/write/sing full time. Keep in mind that full time means every day. If you don't have the discipline to create every day when you're doing it for free, you will not have the discipline to create every day for money. Your blue sky imaginary career won't be as fun when you obtain it, just like literally everything else in the world. You must love the work. You must do the work every day. End of story.